Okay, this next video is going to just talk to you a little bit about stretch, reverse, and also a speed change option. And so I have this video right here. It's a low quality video, but it's good to use for this sort of thing. And what I want to do is go to the beginning of it. I'm not seeing the tools that I want here, so that's when I go back down to where it says toggle switches and modes. And what I want to see, I'm still not seeing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click or control click right next to this thing where it says source name, and I want to go to where it says stretch. Okay, so now if I'm looking at this video, and it says at 100% it stays exactly the same. If I want to stretch it out to, let's say, 400%, now that slows it down. But notice that it also changed the running time of the video, so I'm not seeing the very end of it. So if you change the speed of it, it may impact what you're actually looking at. Now this comp setting is set to be 8 seconds and 28 frames. And so what I want to do is I want to extend it. How do you extend it? You go to composition settings. Okay, and then what I want to do is where the duration is, let's go ahead and just change it to a bigger number. Let's just say 28 seconds, okay? And so now I'll have to come down here to stretch it out, and it looks like it's still not long enough. It's a long video, so let's change it even more. So we're going to go to comp settings. Let's say 1 minute and 28 seconds. Okay, so now, here we go. So now you can see the end of the clip. And the video has all this extra stuff here if I want it, but I'm going to hold in the shift button so it snaps to the end of this clip. I'm going to hit the letter N to make my work area end in the same spot here, so I don't have to worry about any of this space over here. But now when I look at this video, you'll see that it's slower. I've changed the speed of it, and I can change the running time of it. And just remember that 100 is going to be whatever you naturally shot it. It is natively. Okay, and if I want to shrink it, I could do the same thing. If I want to speed it up, let's say I change it to 45%, so now it's going to go a lot faster. Okay, so that's stretch. The other thing that we have, if I right click or control click and go to columns and go to duration, so now I can, essentially does the same thing, but maybe you have a specific running time that you want this thing to be. And it might not be a speed issue, it might just simply be a still thing that you want to expand, but you can change the duration. And if you look at this, here's like if I change it, you'll see the running time. It's telling me what it's going to be after I change it. So it essentially does the same thing. You can get negative numbers as well. So if you get a negative number, notice what it did here is here, I'm going to undo that. So if I put that, you might have to put this further down in the timeline, and then let's click on this and get like, let's say negative 100. Notice that it moved this thing backwards in time, and you see these little lines here, these little crosshairs. That is stripes. These things are telling me that this has been reversed. Okay, so since it's a negative 100%, it's going to be the same running time, it's just going to be running backwards. So that's kind of fun too. All right, so that is stretch, duration, and these are tools that I think will come in handy for all sorts of things and are very easy to achieve.